5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
Good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, here on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. Well, it's a bit windy out there today. We didn't get any of that rain up here in Almeria where I am. We missed it. We had a little bit of drizzle, but that's about it. But I bet most of you down there got flooded out down the Mercia area, Allbox area. Not very good at all. I've seen those videos. So hope you're all safe. Try and brighten your day up with some good songs, some good information and some guests as well coming up on the show today.
You're listening to The Right Way with David Wright in the afternoon on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. The comment section is open, so come say hi to David right now.
Yeah, so the comment section has rebooted, so come and say hi, come and keep me company this afternoon. Lots of information, tips and advice on living and working in Spain. Yeah, well, I saw the thunder and the lightning yesterday. It was horrendous. It didn't touch us at all. We had a few little drops of rain, absolutely really nothing, just a few drops literally. But behind the hills where I am, I could see it going up towards Malaga, not Malaga, the other way, going up towards Murcia, Allbox area. Then I saw some videos online, terrible flooding up there. Now, they call this a gota frio. I think they've named it Alice. Is it Alice or something? They've named this storm, but a gota frio is what the Spanish call it. And about 5 years ago, when I was halfway through building my house, it came right over the top of our house about midnight. And we had rain and thunder and lightning like I've never seen in my life, and a downpour which was absolutely flooded us out completely. We had about a foot of water in our garage. The house wasn't finished, so the pumps weren't working, anything like that. It was horrendous. So I know what it's like. It's awful. When it does rain in Spain, it really does rain. And many years ago, I was staying down in Portugal with some friends down there, and my parents had a place down there many years ago in Albufeira, and it's the same down there. They had some winter months down there, and the rain just runs down the roads like rivers. I saw some videos of these big rubbish bins, and they weigh a lot, those rubbish bins here. Have you seen them at the end of the streets? Big plastic containers just floating down the road. So it takes some water to do that. But yeah, hopefully you're all safe and well out there. Come and say hi in the comment section, and we'll try and brighten up the day today. One Great Thing there by Big Crunchy.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The Afternoon Show.
So if you're thinking about moving to Spain, or you're already living in Spain, there's some loads of new information over on my website, davidwrightonline.com, and I've got some guides over there as well. These are quite handy guides. One of the latest ones is buying property in Spain. You can download these guides completely free over my website. There's some others there about bringing pets over to Spain, changing your car, registration here in Spain, TRE cards, all those the topics that we need when we're moving to Spain. These are the free guides over on my website, davidwrightonline.com. Just go over there and you can download that. Talking about free giveaways as well today, giving away free tickets to a Place in the Sun event, thanks to my sponsors today, Indalo Transport and Storage. Their details are in the comment section now. Just go over there and speak to Paul. He will give you as many tickets as you want to these events. And these events are all over the UK at the moment. And it's a really good way to find out about information, not just property in Spain, but have a chat with people there living here. And these events are, you can also meet some of the staff there as well, some of the stars, celebrities there at a Place in the Sun events. There's several different fixtures for that. Go over and speak to Paul and get his free tickets. That's Indalo Transport giving away free tickets to a Place in the Sun. There's no catch. He's got a lot of these tickets, Paul, and he's kindly given away to my listeners. His details are in the comment section now, so go get your free tickets. Good afternoon, Cat Dog, Robbie, and John. Join us in the comment section. I hope you guys were safe, didn't get too wet down your way. Saw some horrendous videos on the internet about the flooding. It's always actually it's a little bit late this year. I think normally we get it. Well, definitely where I am in Almeria, we get it around September, so we're about a month late. But we've literally had just one day at the moment. The other day, a little flutter of rain. So we've been very, very lucky down here where I am near the airport. But today we've got extremely strong winds, and I haven't seen any planes come in or out today, so possibly some delays at Almeria Airport. Whenever there's strong winds, they normally get delayed or they put them down to Malaga. So if you're travelling this weekend or today for sure, make sure you double check on that. It's very, very strong winds near the airport here in Almeria. Okay, so we've got our live guest on the show today. We've got Josh Williams from Ambient Wealth. Hi, Josh. Welcome to the show.
Hi, David. How are you? Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah. Did you get any of that rain down where you are in Malaga, Josh?
No, didn't get any rain. It was due to rain today, but it's actually lovely blue skies at the moment. So
nice. We'll send some up here, mate. Yeah.
Let's see what it says tomorrow. It says it's the same as today, rain tomorrow, but hopefully it's wrong again.
Good for you.
Have you had it bad up there, have you?
Yeah, well, not too bad where I am near the airport here. We've had just a few little drops of rain yesterday. Very, very, very windy today. Strongest wind I've seen here today. But up a little bit up the road, Allbox area, Arbelayas and Murcia, some friends in Murcia, they've been flooded out up there last night. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, Josh, I've been talking to a couple of people this week, and both of them have got concerns about they move over to Spain and their UK pensions. So maybe we can have a little chat about that. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is, people move to Spain, they're retired here, and they've got their UK pension, they're drawing off it, they're worried about paying tax on it, or can you just give us some outlines of what you recommend about that?
Yeah, so it does depend on the individual and the type of pension. But typically, if there's a pension in receipt, so if you're drawing an income from any type of pension in the UK, majority of them are taxed in Spain only. So you need to only pay tax in Spain. If the UK pension provider or company are taxing at source, then there's an issue there. That's only for certain civil service pensions that are in the UK. Yeah. The majority, such as your state pension, majority of private or work-based pensions, should only be taxed in Spain. And then how you manage that depends, again, it does depend on the type of scheme. Some schemes provide a regular income, and you've got no other choice to take sort of other types of income, such as lump sum withdrawals. If you do have that option to take lump sum withdrawals and have that flexible withdrawal option, then managing the withdrawals over set tax years can be beneficial. So, for example, if you only need half of your set income for 1 year, and the next year you don't need any of it, or the next year you need 100%, so it makes sense to spread that over multiple tax years rather than paying the full amount on your full income in a year that you don't need any of that income. Right. Because you'll be paying tax on the full amount. So it's always best to seek advice and speak to someone that's professional and understands. But, there are ways and means to manage UK pension withdrawals or even set things up in a more efficient way for individuals living in Spain. Because a lot of pensions are made and designed for UK residents. As soon as you leave the UK, and that pension may not be a good fit for you living now in Spain. Sure. So it's always worth. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be back with Josh after this. Okay, so we're back with Josh Williams, financial expert, giving us some tips. So, Josh, I'm a couple of years I can draw on my pension, but if it's in the UK, do you set it so that it sends money over to a bank account in Spain? Is that the best way to do it and draw from it from the Spanish bank here? Are there better options? What would you recommend?
Yeah, so the state pension, which is very set in stone. So with a state pension, it's not like a private or work-based scheme where there's an actual fund a pot of money in your name. The state pension is unfunded. It's what we call an unfunded scheme. So you're just entitled to the set income from the government. And that can be paid into either a UK account, if you're lucky enough to still hold one as a Spanish resident, or into a Spanish account. Obviously, if it's sent into a Spanish account, you have the exchange rate to deal with.
Yeah. So,
if any of the slightly older listeners that were, receiving pension income from the UK prior to 2016, when Brexit was announced, you'll remember that the exchange rate was 1.4, 1.45, and then Brexit occurred and it dropped down to 115, and it's never really recovered. We've got up to 120, but there's around 25% difference, from one day to the other since the referendum. So having the funds paid into a UK account and then having the luxury of converting or exchanging that via, you've got Wise, you've got Revolut, these exchange platforms, is most worthwhile to do that. Or if you're in an unlucky position where you don't have a UK account, it has to come into your Spanish account and you just have to take the exchange rate on the day. So, but I do go back to the point of, depending on the pension, depending on the scheme, there are options to potentially have alternate currencies such as euro to limit that exchange rate risk, because every income can be different, if it's going straight into a euro account.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, that's great. And as always, Josh, you give some free consultations to any of my listeners. All you need to do is go over to davidwrightonline.com, or in the links in the comment section, there's a link there to Josh, and have a chat with Josh if you've got any concerns about your pensions here in Spain. Thanks very much for joining us, Josh, and have a great weekend.
Appreciate it, David. Yeah, likewise. Have a good one, and hopefully that rain holds off.
Cheers. See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Now, here's something that every Brit needs to hear, especially if you're travelling in and out of Spain regularly or you own a second home here. So starting this weekend, this Sunday, the EU is switching over to the brand new entry-exit system, or the EES for short. It's going to change how we move through the borders. So new system replaces the old-fashioned passport stamps. They're saying they're going to start it this Sunday, but it's not starting everywhere. It's going to be slowly introduced to places in Spain, so if you're travelling this weekend, be on the lookout for it. They're going to be starting to take your fingerprints, and you'll still need your passport as well, and facial recognition as well. And they're going to be doing lots of these checks on all the borders. It's not just going to be the airport, it's going to be all borders. So there's a few rules you need to know. If you're a UK passport holder with a Spanish residency, then you can only spend 90 days every 180 days, as most of you now know, inside the Schengen area. This includes Spain, France and Portugal. From now on, this is going to be tracked automatically with this new system. Let's just talk about a few things you should do and shouldn't do. What to do, first of all. You've got to keep track of your days. There are some great free apps. I've got one of them over on my website, davidwrightonline.com. It's a Schengen calculator, so you can put your details in and your travel dates, and it works it all out for you, how long you've been here. It's not easy to do. It's a bit of a complicated system, so this calculator can help. Secondly, if you actually live here in Spain, then make sure you always carry your TIE card with you. It's official proof of residency, and if you don't do that, then you should be carrying your passport with you as well at all times. But anyway, that's another story. It is actually an official document. So if you've got the TIE card, that's fine. Then the 90-day rule, let's talk about that as well a little bit later on. The 90-day rule, most of you know about that. What was I going to say about the 90-day rule? I've lost my track now. Anyway, so yeah, some of the things that you need to do, what not to do. Let's assume that you've moved over to this new system. This new system's coming in, which is supposed to be coming in on this Sunday. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to be at the airports where you are, but they're bringing it in. It's going to take 6 months, they reckon, of this trial system. And then 6 months after that, it will actually be in force everywhere. So, this is a bit of a trial system. Touch and go at the moment. Don't assume that a few days running in over the top will make any difference. It will make a difference. It's going to be tracked. They track absolutely everything on this. This is the whole point, the whole idea of it now. People think that a quick trip to the UK a few days back and forwards, they won't know. They will know everything is going to be logged. That's the whole point of this system. And remember, owning a property in Spain doesn't give you the right to stay as long as you like. You still need to follow the 90-day rule unless you're an official resident here in Spain. So the bottom line is keep your documents in order. Make sure you do track your days if you're not a resident. Very important to do that as well. And you want to avoid getting caught out at the border controls. Something else I read the other day, somebody said that you should carry proof of where you live. If you haven't got enough IDs with you or whatever as it is, then proof of where you're staying and proof of where you're living, that could help you as well at the airports. But this is all starting on the 12th of October, all part of this new entry exit system. They reckon it's going to be chaos at the beginning, so that's why they spread it out over 6 months to try it first of all. So yeah, if you're travelling in and out of the Spain at the moment, you will be coming across that for sure. So it's fingerprints, face recognition at cameras, and you have to go through 2 different points, including still having your passport stamped as well. So just be on the lookout for that and be prepared for possible delays. If you want to download the calculator to check how many days you've been here, that's over on my website, davidwrightonline.com, and you can click it out over on the information page.
David Wright. Help and advice for living and working in Spain. You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
So I met out with a guy a few weeks ago now, a bit longer than that. I've been talking to him online for some time. His name's Alex, and he's an English guy, moved from Brighton, believe it or not, here to Spain. He's now living here in Almeria, and he's married a Spanish gal as well, like me. And believe it or not, he was a locksmith in the UK, like I was in the UK. Unbelievable coincidence. So yeah, he works online, Alex, doing many different things online here in Almeria. His Spanish wife's a teacher in Almeria, and between the two of us, we're organising this meetup event next week. It's going to try and run it for every week. It's going to be on Wednesdays midday in Aguadulce, and listen to the intro to introduce it. Okay, so it's time now to tell you about this new event here in Almeria. I'm hosting this live event in person with my friend Alex Welsh, who works online here in Almeria. We called it Go Getters for people living here in Spain. It's a very informal event, and it's in a bar, a beautiful little bar actually, in Aguadulce in Almeria. So, hi Alex, welcome to the show, and maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, firstly, David, thanks for having me on the show. And the event is really just to network and make friends. So I moved to Almeria recently, and the first thing I did, because I work online, I was reaching out to look for people who share my interests and somewhere to network. And I realized there wasn't anything like this in the Almeria area. So that's why I reached out to you, and we decided to just create one. So right now, we don't have a big agenda on what we're going to do, but we're just going to see where it goes and see where it takes us and see who we meet. And yeah, it's exciting.
So originally we were going to call it English Speaking Club or something like that, but it's there's no language barriers. If you can speak English or Spanish, we can do it in either language. It's an informal chat. Come along, you can tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here in Spain, or you can just sit there and listen in to others speaking. There's no obligation at all. You might be able to find some new information about living and working in Spain. You can ask us some of your questions, or you can find some possible new business opportunities from Alex or myself. There's lots of information going to be spread around in this event, and this is the idea of the event. There's no obligation whatsoever, just an interesting meet up and friendly chat.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, there's no pressure to get on stage or anything. It's not going to be one of these types of events where you're going to be pitched at, or, you're going to be expected to speak on stage. It's going to be super relaxed, super friendly. It's just more of a get to know you kind of meeting. Share a beer or a coffee and see where it takes us. Maybe this could grow into something. I'm just excited to meet people.
So, Alex, can you just tell us again what time did we arrange on this and the venue and details?
So it's going to be next Wednesday, the 15th of October, 12 o'clock, midday. at Por un Beso.
Yeah, por un beso. That means for a kiss. You won't get a kiss from us, but you might get a coffee or a beer. You'll definitely get some information and help. So come along, come and join us. It's a lovely venue in Agua Dulce, beautiful views, and we're looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for coming on the show today, Alex, and telling us all about it.
Yes, thanks, David. Thanks for having me on The Right Way, and I am super excited to see you there at the event and hopefully some new faces.